Hello everyone and welcome to MXTV. I'm Lee Hogan, joined as always by Brendan Bell. Welcome, Belly.
Thank you, Lee, mate. I am pumped. I'm so excited.
You are very happy today. Tell me about it. What's going on?
Mate, the hot weather's coming. I'm going to get some more seat time on the bike. Why wouldn't you be happy?
That's very, very true. Can't wait for the hot weather to come. We don't get much of it here in Melbourne. Let's see what we've got. On this week's show, Belly and Brian from Hands On Kawasaki go on an adventure ride. We take a look at Cameron's KX85 project bike, and I'll be reviewing the KTM 450 SXF. All this and much more.
Well, mate, it's a big show for kids and adults this week.
Yeah, and it looks like you're going a little bit soft, Belly.
What do you mean?
Well, you're riding adventure bikes now. What's the go?
Mate, adventure bikes are the hip thing these days. You can go anywhere with them.
Yeah, well, look, I must admit, I'm a bit of a fan of the big adventure bikes and some of the very cool rides you can go on for sure. Let's take a look at the KLR 650.
G'day, Brian. How you going?
Morning, Belly.
Mate, we're off on an adventure ride. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's a big day, big adventure on the adventure bikes. Looking forward to it.
Now, where are we going?
Well, I reckon we head that way, and that way's the high country. Perfect weather, really, to test an adventure bike, and that's what we've done.
I don't know if it's perfect weather. we started off in sun, which was awesome, and it was perfect. It was really nice, not hot, not cold, nice ride. Then we got some rain, so we set it out a little bit, and then we rode around, a little bit cold, a little bit rainy, but not too bad. Then we did what MXTV does, straight onto the dirt, mate, from the bitumen. That was fun.
Yeah, like we had everything thrown at us, so we've done a bit of blacktop, and we've managed to go and get off-road and test these bikes out and see what they can do, and we've tested their gear out too.
Oh mate, the gear's been sensational, hasn't it? You really do need this gear because, like we said, we started off where it was a little bit warmer and it wasn't too bad, but then it got cold and I wasn't real cold riding around. I was fine.
Well, I kept my liners in my gear, knowing Melbourne a bit, and when it comes to me and motorbikes, it will rain.
Yeah.
So I left my liners in. I'm dry, warm, great stuff. For all you city slickers down the Melbourne end, this is the clean end of the Yarra River. This is where it starts. So, yeah, we're getting further and further out into the higher country.
Now, I'm not sure where we're going, but I'm going to go right.
We were going to do a 2-day ride, turned out to be a 1-day ride, but we've done probably, 300 kilometres today, so we've done a fair few Ks on the bike. Bikes have been sensational. Your bike's amazing. I can't believe how well it's tuned. The tyres make a big difference, a little bit difference when it gets on the road. I was surprised how well those tyres were on the road. I was just expecting to be a little bit more sketchy on the road with those tyres.
The Pirelli Rally Crosses that I've fitted to my bike are more aggressive. So they really come into their own when we hit the off-road, as you found out.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised at the lack of road noise from them on the road. They're really, really good tyre. Very impressed.
Now we're getting into slippery territory here. Watch Brian. Struggle to the city.
And how much fun has today been? Although we've had some bad weather, I've still really enjoyed the ride. It's been awesome, just the two of us. You know, normally you could go in a gang of 3 or 4 or even more, but with the two of us, we got around nice and easy, had a meal. It's been really good fun and enjoyable
An
ride.
adventure.
Yeah,
Adventure bikes, adventure day.
At one stage, it was an adventure. We got to an
Adventure
dead
guys.
end. Well, we got to a dead end and we were like, whoa, all right, we have to turn around and go back.
But that worked out well.
Yeah.
You know, there was some good stuff to play in there, and you know, those bikes, the best thing about those bikes is that where the blacktop finishes and it gets off-road, you just keep going. We haven't had to worry about fuel. We've been dry, we've been warm.
And I said all along, even in the reviews that we've done on them, they're really aimed, and I think they're perfect for the guy that's getting off a road bike that wants to try a dirt bike. They're perfect for the learner that wants to go out adventure bike riding. And mate, these things, there's no frills, no nothing about them, but they just handle it so well, like from the road onto the bitumen.
I'll do everything.
No problems whatsoever.
I think the best thing with the KLR is that it's got the 2-year unlimited K warranty. It's a proven 650 single cylinder water-cooled engine. It's a no-frills, well-built, reliable workhorse, and away you go.
Welcome back to MXTV, thanks to Swan Insurance. Okay kids, it's time to get your pens and paper out and take note of what you want Santa to bring you, because it's the first of our mini bike reviews.
So today I was riding the TTR 125 at Ride Park, Victoria. So my first thoughts when I looked at the bike was the sticker kit. The sticker kit was really cool. It looked factory and it looked like it would stand out from the crowd. It was really cool. When I rode the TTR 125 in the bush, it was really soft. When I say soft, the suspension was really soft. So you could go over logs in that and the suspension would just handle it really well, which I liked. Riding it at Ride Park was really good. The acceleration bumps, the down ramp, the whoops, everything like that was really, really good. It was fun. Again, the suspension was awesome. At the bush and at the track, the suspension worked really well, which I liked. So the front disc brake at Ride Park and at the bush, it would stop you really good, especially in the bush if you saw a log in front of you or you had to pop up and over the log or something like that. Or even here, braking into the corner. It would do the trick. It was really good. It would stop you a lot quicker than a drum brake. So the engine was really easy to ride with. It didn't have a lot of acceleration, but it didn't have a lot of top speed. It was really good. It was sort of like just rolling the throttle on. It was really smooth and just the power was quite good throughout the whole engine. This is an awesome Christmas present for a kid that's probably 12 to 14, depending on how tall they are. It's a great fun bike to just go putt around on or just have some fun on. This is an awesome bike. I really did enjoy riding the TTR 125.
Hi, my name's Tara Bell and today I rode the PW50 and the YFZ50. Today was the first time I've ridden a motorbike. And I first started on the YFZ50 four-wheeler. I thought it could go up hills and it could go down hills very well. The stickers, they capture your eye. I really liked how it had the blue and then the white at the front. It got easier to ride in a straight line. It was kind of hard, but then I got more into the habit and so it got really easy. The four-wheeler was so much fun, I wanted to ride it all the time. The two-wheeler was not really like a bike. It was pretty easy because I rode the four-wheeler, so it was kind of the same thing, but instead you had to grip on and put it down. And the four-wheeler, there was a button to push to make it go fast. I thought it was hard, but then it got easier. I was riding around the big track and I had so much fun. While today, I thought of the four-wheeler was very good, but I thought that the two-wheeler was a bit better because the four-wheeler was easier and I like harder things, so the two-wheeler was a bit harder, so it was better for me. Now that I started riding motorbike, I want to keep riding them because they're so much fun.
Buy a fun bike and join the Blue Crew this Christmas and you'll get a free #1 sticker kit, a TW Steel race watch and a pit tank.
So today we're going to be testing the KLX 110. So as you can see, it's got great KX styling. It's got an electric start as well as a kickstart backup, multiple heat shields to protect you. It's a 4-speed automatic. Kawasaki tells me that it's got smooth power delivery. The KLX 110 has been around for a long time. It's bulletproof and I can't wait to get out and ride it. Right, so what I thought of the KLX 110 was that it's a very smooth bike, everything's really smooth, the suspension, throttle. The bike was a lot easier. This bike would probably be more to beginners, probably about 7 to 9. It's just because, you're not learning how to use a clutch, but then you're learning, your first step, you got to learn how to use the gears and then it can go into the clutch, so it's good like that. So it was a lot easier to ride without a clutch. And the suspension's quite good, it's nice and soft, really good for light people like me. The brakes worked really well, they were nice and plush. If I wanted to do a skid, I could do one into the corner. Overall, I really like the bike, nice and smooth, suspension's nice, brakes are good. The electric start, that really helped. Everything, it was really good.
Today I'm riding the KFX50. It has a wide stance and rider-friendly suspension. which makes for solid, stable handling. It has full floorboards for extra comfort. It has an automatic transition. It has an electric start with kick-started backup, a built-in throttle limiter. It has a lanyard-style kill switch, so the parent can shut down the engine instantly. I really like the look of this bike. Let's go ride it. I'm 8 years old. This is the second time I've ridden a motorbike. The bike was really easy to ride. It was easy to turn. It was very easy to start. There's this button, you pull it across, and then you pull the brake, and then there's a green button, you push it with it, and then it makes it start. The brakes, if you're going really fast, they stop me pretty quick. I found it easy to ride the KFX50. It was comfortable because it's smooth, and on rocky places it's just a bit bumpy, not very, so the suspension worked well. What I liked most was the colour and how easy it was to ride. I would ride the bike again.
And just in time for Christmas, Kawasaki have a massive $300 cash back on the KLX 110 and 110L.
Welcome back to MXTV. Well, next up, Cameron talks us through the parts he's put onto his very cool little KX85, and I get to test the KTM 450 SXF.
We're very excited to show all you viewers Cameron and Brendan's new Kawasaki KXs. Okay, so it's Cameron's new KX85. From the top, we added some Pro Taper handlebars and grips. We've also married that up to his X-Trig triple clamp that Cameron's run for a couple of seasons now. Okay, so with Cameron's KX, performance-wise, we fitted a HGS expansion chamber and muffler. The look of this is top shelf, but the fitment and the most important thing was the performance increase. So the HGS pipe married to a VHM cylinder head, they're the only performance changes to Cam's engine, but significant difference to the power output right from the bottom end all the way through to the top end. And those really quality products are available from our great mates at Cisco's. Okay, bling-wise, our great mates at Ringmaster have come up with another really high quality kit. It really stands out, but one of the big things in the rigours of motocross is we want the kit to last, and the Ringmaster kits not only look good, but they are the toughest, longest wearing graphics kit that we've ever come across. We married that up to a top-line seat cover. These things really do work. They look trick, they work, and they're really, really good to fit. States MX, they just threw bucket loads at this thing. We're one of the only companies that do small wheels for KXs, so we've bolted a set of those in front and back for Cam. It's got bling all over it from States MX. The other thing that we put on performance-wise for handling was we stuck a new set of Pirelli MX32s on for him. And one of the standout quality features that you'll notice this year is that Cam's running the lime green Samco radiator hoses. Now these things are trick, they're handmade in the UK. They have a lifetime warranty, which is an amazing achievement for a manufacturer to warrant a product like that. And they also do come available for customised purposes. So give the guys at Samco a holler. The final drive, we put a RK MX chain on, a lot stronger, less friction, more horsepower, and we fitted a trick-looking Pro Taper rear sprocket for him as well.
Okay, so here I am down at Ride Park riding the KX85 project bike for the first time. My first reactions were, you know, like the foot pegs, the pipe, the sticker kit, the gripper seat, everything on it just looked trick. It looked really good. The foot pegs are a tad bit grippier, which means I can like get into my position a little bit easier. So with the new HGS pipe that we're running for the 2016 project bike is a whole heap better. You know, you come out of a corner and it's just instant. Like you just pull the throttle a little bit and it gives you the instant power, which I like. I really do like it. So what I thought about the State MX wheels were that it stands out from the crowd, which I like. So still to come, Chad's still got to do my suspension setup on the bike, which will be awesome. So for the next 12 months, we're going to be working on these bikes, so make sure that you check out the MXTV Instagram and Facebook page for all the updates.
We're here at Ride Park west of Melbourne testing the brand new 2017 model KTM SXF 450. The hot topic is the forks. No more 4CS fork like in previous years. We've got the new air fork, still by WP. Some of the other key points to mention of a very innovative foot peg system that stops dirt from getting clogged up. The gear shift adopts the exact same technology as the foot pegs. There's a couple other things we need to mention about the KTM. For years has had a hydraulic clutch and this works very nicely. Brembo brakes, stop you like a Mack truck, work sensational. Now for 2017, traction control comes standard on the big 450, and also we've got the choice of 2 maps just with the push of a button. And most bikes these days come out with a standard launch control, and KTM's is very effective. You hold it absolutely to the stopper, bouncing off that rev limiter, drop the clutch, and it manages to just smoothly tract its way out of the gate, very effective. KTM have opted to stick with the steel frame. It's nice and small, it's still very light, but it gives them a little bit more room to get that engine in there and works well. Just a couple of other notable mentions. The grips, they're made by ODI. They're lock-on grips. You tighten them up with an Allen key. And of course, the electric start. Push of the button, starts first time, every time. Great innovation. A really, really nice package, and it's tailored for whatever level rider you are, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced level rider. Let's start off with the motor. A very, very strong package. Basically the same as what we saw for 2016. This motor can either be lugged around in a taller gear if you want to torque your way through the corner, or there's a ton of top end over rev and you can just keep twisting that throttle and it'll take you wherever you want to go. Now let's talk about the suspension, and we'll mix in the chassis as well because they work very closely together, and the chassis is extremely important and determines how your bike handles out there on the track. And I've been hanging out to ride this thing and see what the new air fork from WP has been like. And I've got to tell you, I'm super impressed. This thing is plush, especially in the initial. Riding out here today at Ride Park, it's rock hard, there's chattery bumps everywhere, and this thing just soaked it up, no problem whatsoever. It's also really good through the mid-stroke, through to the end part of the stroke. Big hits, there's no problems whatsoever with this fork. But the main thing that the fork's done is it's allowed the chassis and the shock to all work in nicely together as a package. It's the missing link that's finally come into play now. And just an overall summary of this bike. When you first take it for its initial laps out there on the track, it feels nice and nimble, very easy to throw around in the air. It feels great in the ruts, exceptionally good in the flat corners because it seems to hold its weight nice and low. What else can we say? It's fast, but it's smooth and deceptively fast, which is great. That's what you want from an engine. The brakes work awesome, and the suspension, now that we've got these forks dialed in, it works as good as any bike out there.
For all your insurance needs, visit swaninsurance.com.au.
Well, I told you it was going to be a massive show, but next week's our last show for 2016.
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever you do, make sure you tune in and watch us next week for our final show of the year. It's going to be epic. Thanks so much for joining us here, and we'll see you next week on MXTV. Until then,
What?
hold it on!